is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? It's your boy, Steve from A Reptile I Am and Show Me Reptiles. So today we've got a little bit something different going on. We are actually going to get a little bit of a look behind the scenes at some of the fine cuisine that you might come across in Peru, Ecuador, things like that. So I am here just so I can kind of ask some of the questions that you guys might actually pop up with, because I too don't even know exactly what they're going to go over today. So I'm going to go ahead and bring out our host here and bring out, well, I guess, welcome to the Yo-Yo Experience, everybody. We're going to bring out Shaun and Joey now. So let's go ahead and bring them out onto the stage. What's going on, family?
Yo, what's happening? Oh, Joey's
so I was kind of excited when you were like, hey, how about something a little different, Steve? So tell everybody a little bit about what you guys are going to be doing today.
So pretty much today we're going to be talking about all the crazy, wild things that you probably won't find in your local grocery store, or Piggly Wiggly, HEB, whatever, Food Lion, whatever part of the states you're at. Publix, you're not going to find this stuff in those stores. So we're going to introduce you guys to some of the seasonings, the bugs, that's pretty much it, the bugs. The seasonings and the bugs, man, that we were eating in Ecuador. We're going to show you guys some of that.
So the good stuff then.
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't have any meats. You know what I mean? So we just had this is all insects. We didn't go in the jungle and eat any monkeys or anything like that. None of that. It's just all bugs.
In a weird way, it's like they say, when in Rome. So you sent some pictures. I'm gonna pull them up and just let you guys kind of reminisce about what was going on, where you guys were at, and some of the tasty treats you had. So we'll go ahead and start with this one right here, brother.
Yeah,
so
I'll let Joey take that one.
So what do we got here, Joey? What is this?
So I guess this is just a picture that was on a wall at a restaurant that we had gone to in one of the jungle cities in Peru. That is, I'm sorry, in Ecuador. Yes. That is an image of something called jantacurro. And jantacurro is basically the larval form of a palm beetle. So it's super, super popular out there in the Amazon. It's full of protein. Now, people eat these both raw and steamed on sticks. They're very juicy. They have a crunchy head. The flavor is like chicken. And I know people say that about things a lot, but it is true. It's the texture that is just, it will send you over the edge if you let your mind take over. But they're fat, plump, larval pieces of, not pieces, but, just larval creatures that are pulled out of palm, and people eat them.
Pretty much, think of one of those grubs you would find underneath a wet piece of log. Those little clear, transparent looking grubs.
I know it makes me hungry.
Think about that. They look like you want to taste it, but you really don't. You don't want to eat that thing. But that it's definitely an experience.
It's very juicy.
Very juicy.
So Joey just answered the gross question I was going to ask next. Once it's cooked, is it still juicy?
Yes. So when it's cooked, the outside is it's sort of like chicken skin texture, and then the head is really crunchy, like a burnt piece of skin. But the inside remains juicy, milky.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It plays on your mind, though.
I can see it still playing with Shaun's mind.
Yes, because it's like as soon as you eat it, you already have a visual of what is in your mouth,
and it pops in your mouth. Once you break the skin, you have to chew it a few times, and then it pops in your mouth, and the juice just explodes.
Okay, so since this is the first thing you guys talked about on an exotic cuisine scale of 1 to 10. What did you call these again? What was it called?
Jantacurro.
Now you try it. Yeah, try
Jantacurro.
Chanta
1
Cura.
out of 10, Joey. How is this cuisine?
Like flavor wise?
Hey, you're rating it. I don't even know how to rate it. I'm not as deep in this as you are.
You know, it really is not a bad taste. It's really not. It's all in your head. Like if you can just overcome the mental part of it, just knowing what you're biting into and that texture, if you can overcome that, it does not taste bad. Not at all.
So what they do is they roast it on these big old grills. They roast them. They put whatever broth, like they put on chicken. They braise with chicken, and all their meats pretty much. They got a little brush. They put them on. Look, I'm going back to Ecuador. All right, I'm giving you guys an experience. You're walking up down the street. you see the open restaurant. You see a big old grill. You know, you got the guy, because, you know, he's sweating. He got his white towel right there, and he's wiping off his sweat. And he rolled these larvae on there, and then he get his little brush. He go like this, and then things start cooking. But so they sizzle. So what? How does it? Like she said, it tastes. The taste of it, like the outer skin part, is really good because it's like a chicken broth. It's a salty taste, you know what I mean? Little taste, but it's really good.
It's important to know also that outside, like before they cook it, they have a bowl of them alive, and you're able to see them alive. If you want them live, you can eat them live. So it's super fresh. Everything's alive right there in the bowl, and then they just throw them on the skewer.
We posted videos of it.
So, Joey, you spent a lot of time out there from what Shaun tells me. Have you tried this both ways?
No. So
no.
So I don't think I can. Like,
yeah.
For me, like I said, the taste is not that bad, but I'll admit my mind does get the better of me when I'm eating these things. I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can. I'll just be honest with you guys.
It gets real. It gets real, man. You know, I mean, you can eat. So the beginning of Ecuador. My first walk through the jungle with Joey and one of the directors of the rescue center. There were these ants that taste like lemon, and lemon ants. So they were medicinal. They were eaten for medicinal reasons. So these were like ants that literally taste like little drops of lemon. Like it was crazy. Like it was mind blowing.
And those probably weren't bad at all, huh?
No, those weren't bad. Those weren't as bad as the Chanta Cura.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw the next one up for you guys now. Then, bam.
This was in Peru.
This does not look bad. This actually looks pretty good.
Maui or Mai in the corner. Yeah, so that's actually at a restaurant in the city of Puerto Maldonado. Puerto. I'm still working on it. All right. So, but look, I know how to spell it. So, I forget what kind of fish that was, but I think Joey had some pasta with some. It was an Alfredo, but it was probably the best that we had in Peru. Like some of the best food we had. This was towards the end of our stay in Peru. Like, and we found this spot towards the end. It was like, dang, we've been here all this time, and we just now finding this spot.
And this is probably fresh too, right?
Yeah. So everything in I'd say South America as a whole is super fresh. You know, they limit the ingredients as well, even the stuff that you buy at the store compared to what's in the United States. So everything is a lot healthier. Everything is super fresh. So yeah, everything you eat it just tastes a lot better. It's really good.
Yeah. So I feel like of the two, that one was a lot softer. So I will say this. I noticed that Legacy shirt, and I sure did love seeing that. Yes, I just want to point that out, man. Much love for everybody over there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I did cheat, and I did look at this beforehand to ask Shaun a question. And chapulín, Is that right? Sal de Chapulin?
Chapulin.
I can't even see this one.
Chapulin.
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 Chapulin. So tell everybody what we've got with this.
I was just in the jungle experimenting with different ingredients that was at Corinda's home. So she's now, that family is now, friends of ours. So it's a lodge, and they would have the open kitchen. You would stay in the jungle and things like that, but they would let you experiment with their stuff, So that was one that I was like, this is interesting. Like, I've never eaten a cricket before. I've always had them on my lips and like feeding animals and stuff like that, like chameleons, but I've never consumed a cricket until then. And I used the seasoning, so I probably ate maybe about 100 crickets.
So I had to ask, 100, I seem like you might be going light. I want to bring that up just one more time. Those steaks are heavily cricketed, bro. I see cricket crumble on the outside. So
yeah, it may be some
how was it?
Or something on there.
How was the cricket steaks?
It was really good.
Delicious.
It was those. Yeah, those were chapulin steaks.
Yeah, that did not look bad.
It has, with extra spices in it. It did have a distinct taste, so it's not your normal seasoning. You know what I mean? Like, so it did have some type of, like how cilantro has its own really powerful taste. That is where it had its own thing, and it was spicy too. We like spicy food.
And when I look at the steaks, it looks like it's got that spicy red orange coloring to it. And then I look at the picture and the bottom is green, and I was like, wait a second. But I would much rather it be the orange color than green. So
yeah.
So that is something that you might use again, you think?
I would love to. It was really good.
Oh, so you guys weren't able to actually bring that back with you? Is that a regulation or?
I couldn't find it. I was looking in the stores for it, but I couldn't find it. So that was just something that they had in the fridge. I was just looking at. So I cook a lot. So I like to use a bunch of stuff just to see what it tastes like. See what mixing this, mixing that, mixing. I just like to experiment. So. I saw that with the bugs on it. I was like, yeah, let's try it.
So I'm going to put the next picture up, and I feel like it was during the same cooking excursion. What do we have here, dude?
So that was a different night. That day we was having fried chicken.
Yeah, chicken wings.
Let's see. I think that was just like cut up chicken breast. It may have been some way. So what we were doing, we were buying whole chickens. That's the best way to buy your meat. Like, I mean, that's really how they sell their meat. They sell them whole, and they'll cut them up for you. So I mean, literally every store you went to, it was like a meat market. You know what I mean? So they would cut it all up. So we would get a whole chicken that'll last us maybe about 3 days, maybe 2 or 3 days. And eat different parts of it. So, that's the super worm mix. Like, that was a spicy one too. So, you guys feeding you're feeding your lizards these super worms. We were eating them in the jungle.
Superworm crumbles.
Yep, super worm crumbles with a nice kick to it.
All right. So, and that use is good too from the way it sounds. It didn't sound like you had a problem with that at all.
This one was spicy too, I think. Right? Was it
that
spicy?
was.
That was it. Just added to it. It had a spice to it, so it was good in general. But then it got the spicy, so it was really good.
So, I'm a huge fan of the chicken wings. I'm a huge fan. Did it add to the level of the chicken wing having that little extra on it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You
Yeah.
know, are you talking about like the crunch or something, or are you talking about like just
Well, I mean, if it
the
added a
flavor?
crunch, it added a crispiness to the outside of it too. Then.
Yeah, so it's like a crisp. So that was probably like the crispiest chicken I've ever tasted in Peru. It was like the crispiest chicken I have not recreated that yet here.
Yeah, I also want to
Okay.
add that these seasonings also, like just how we put salt around the rim of a margarita, so they put especially I think the cricket stuff, the cricket crumbles, goes around the rim of the glass when you're drinking the pisco sour, which is a very popular drink in Peru. So they make the pisco sour and then they roll. Well, first they'll roll the edge of the cup in the cricket crumbles, and then you have the pisco sour, and it tastes really really good.
Yeah. Now, did you guys try that as well when you were
Yes.
there?
Oh yeah.
So it stands up on its own as its own flavor profile. It doesn't have to be put into a food.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean it's
That's
just
pretty cool.
yeah. Flavor wise, it's just it's up there. You know, it's like one of them. You know how they use tahine for all the rimming and all
Yeah,
that.
that's a good example.
So
Sure.
so
Sure.
yeah, that one is good. I mean, I wouldn't use tahine on like any meats or anything, but we use it for street corn. We do that.
So, not that I thought any of the pictures were less interesting, but I feel like there might be a couple more stories that follow these
Oh
last
yeah.
few pictures.
Actually, I sent
So I
you one
kind
on
of
Facebook.
so I kind of put them in somewhat of what I thought was like a chronological order. So, um, that's the last one. What about this? This looks like you guys are in the heart and soul of being somewhere here.
I'll
Yeah.
let Joey take that one.
So this was at a tribe. This was a tribe in what part of the? I forgot what part we were in.
The
You know, we
Napo
were.
River.
Then oh, thank you. Yeah, so we were just along the Napo River with a tribe that we were able to visit, and they made us a beautiful lunch, which included more jantapuro, fresh fish, and then this here is freshly made chocolate from the cocoa trees out there, and some fruits.
Get out of
So
here. I was
yes,
wondering what that was.
every bowl and plate that they use is actually from a seed or a fruit out there. So everything is natural. They wrap the fruit or the food in the leaves, and then they serve it on these shells, these fruit shells. So everything's natural and everything tasted so good. The chocolate was warm. It was good. So yeah, that's what that picture is.
So those were all banana leaves.
I was wondering what that was in that little bottom pod or whatever that is that they're holding it. So I've never had like straight up. I know this is as close to chocolate as you can get.
Oh,
Does
yeah.
it taste like what we're used to
Much
with
richer.
yeah?
Yeah. A lot richer, you know, like I said, limited ingredients, so it's all natural. So it doesn't taste like a Hershey bar, but it's still very, very good and sweet.
That's really interesting.
It was amazing.
Man.
Like really, like I never had pineapples and chocolate, and that was a really good mix right there. That was a good combo.
That's awesome. Okay, so I did have these pictures. They were not in order. I thought that this might have been with that first picture we showed right here, because it really kind of had that appearance. But what are we looking at
So I'm just gonna
on here?
I'm just gonna touch on the jantacuro first because I forget what those things are in the middle. So the jantacuro in that picture that you just shared, you can see where the inside juices have busted out. Like they've been cooked so much that the juices kind of burst out. So that kind of gives you an idea, a picture of what's inside the jantacuro.
Yeah, it's really
Now,
nice.
Now they're just using the leaf as like a tray, right? That wouldn't be something that these are like slow baked on or anything, would it?
No, so that's what they use. So the banana leaves they can grow really, really big. So they use those as like presentation
Yeah.
plates, or I mean they can use it as a plate, but they bring the food out on that. They They wrap fish up in it so it can cook. They use banana leaves are very, very important in the jungle.
Cuisine.
Yeah, in the cuisine field, like they really use it for a lot of things. But
So what's in the middle, guys?
so those are nuts. Those are some nuts that they got from a tree. I forget. I can't give you the whole breakdown on those. That's all I can tell you. I mean, they were just some nuts that were in a tree. They roasted along with the chantacuro, and then they prepared it for us.
Yeah, to add flavor, to the presentation. They were good. They kind of tasted like, I don't know, maybe like flattened popcorn after it's cooked. A little like dry.
Yeah, because it was really dry. It was roasted, so it was a really dry nut, you know.
So,
but it didn't come from that place. So that
on
place
the chantacuro, is that just like their way of saying like we would call something like that kind of a shish kebab, or is it something specific that's on it?
No, it's the
chantacuro is the actual worm.
It is okay. That is the worm. Period. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I do have another picture here.
Oh yeah.
This looks interesting right here. This looks interesting.
So that fish they literally just caught from the Napa River, and that is some corn that they mash up together with, as Joey say, limited seasonings, or I think it's just all literally ingredients. It's just literally corn, like compressed corn, maybe with a few other things, but I mean that's really it. It was really good with the fish. But that fish and the banana leaf, you could tell that it was cooked together.
Yeah. So now, did you both have this at the same time? Did you have this for dinner one night or lunch or something?
So it all was for lunch. It was all a spread, you know, like if they were giving you. So they gave us lunch. So all these things, all the photos that we sent you, they brought them out one at a time.
Yeah, this is from the tribe along the Napa River.
Mm-hmm. Now, did you guys stay with them for an amount of time or something, or how did you link up with them?
So no, we didn't stay with them. It was we just went to visit. We were staying, as I'm sure everybody has heard already, that we were staying with a wildlife rescue center in the Amazon. Forgot which part is Puyo Pastaza. Sorry, Puyo Pastaza, the Amazon region of Ecuador, or that particular region of the Amazon in Ecuador. And then we were just invited to, come visit and come see how they make like, what were they making, like cloth, and just have lunch and see how they use their blow arrow. So we were just invited to visit.
What was it? They were mashing yuca. So we vlogged it. So it's actually, if you guys, I'll send it to you so that you can put this in the description. The vlog to all, like, to that food. This tribe.
I want to watch the adventure. Period.
Yeah. So it's an adventure. We were that whole day. We fed Cayman. We went to visit Cayman. I mean, we just did a lot of things to get away, from
my favorite picture of you guys. Speaking of Cayman, I love this shot. That's legendary to me.
No,
I love it.
That's a legendary shot. Now that one is in Peru. So this experience that we're talking about now with the food, that's in Ecuador.
Oh, okay.
So like I said, I'll send it to you guys. You guys will be able to find that specific experience in the description. So you can see what they were making. The like I said, the yuca, like they Joey was even pressing the yuca in the bowl. I shot the bow, the arrow. I shot it like maybe, I want to say maybe like 20, 30 feet into the jungle. I had to go pick it up though, because it was just a display one that they haven't cleaned out in a while. You know what I mean? So it was a big experience.
Yeah. Can we just real quick mention the ukoi, because you didn't send them the picture, did you, of the ukoi? The ants.
So Steve, I don't know if you can go into your Facebook, but if not, then that's cool. But I did send you a photo, kind of last minute. That was the ant burgers that we did. Joey can explain more about what those are.
Well, not even them being burgers, but out there, which
my bad,
we forgot to mention, was these massive ants. So it's really part of Ecuadorian culture, especially the Quechua culture, to eat these massive ants right at the start of rainy season. They're called ukoi. They go by a few different names depending on the tribe. And they basically smoke them out of their nests in around October, and you just get a ton of them, and the smoke kind of sears their wings, and they're massive. They're like this big. I don't know if you can tell. And the butt of the ant is huge. And yeah, we eat them. We ate them out there, and that was one that really bothered Shaun, because when we were first served them, we were served them live. So this was an ant that we ate live. It was massive, and it was such an experience. So that too.
That would also be in the description, so you guys can see that. That's a whole nother adventure. So you can see me and Joey eating these huge ants that she just talked about. It was and the people. One of the ladies that they actually explained as well. They go into detail how they do it, where they get it from, and yeah, so we created our buddy Daniel that was there with us. He came up with this idea of this is a way that we could present this to the Ecuadorians, and they loved it. I mean, and we got a whole video. We'll tag this one too. We'll put this one in the description too. It shows the entire process of the ants being that. So you got these individual ants, and they turn into that.
Yeah, so that's them mashed together because they wanted to make a burger. But when we were first introduced to these ants, they were just in a bowl, alive, moving around, walking around, and we were encouraged to take each one, pull the wings off first because you shouldn't eat the wings, and just pop it in your mouth. So we were popping these live, massive ants in our mouth as a way to also just respect the culture. I mean, it's a huge delicacy around rainy season in Ecuador, so it was definitely an experience.
Yeah, it almost looks like taco meat. Or like a loosely pressed hamburger patty. It really does.
Dude, you'll get a kick out of watching these three videos that I'm gonna send.
The video is great. I highly recommend that video.
So this one was on Halloween. Actually, that was Halloween. So that was our Halloween day in Ecuador.
It's a very fun video, and it brings you there. Like you get to see us bring it to the family, the Ecuadorian family. It's a cool video.
Yeah.
I love it. So one final little wrap up question for you guys, because honestly, I haven't really got a chance to interview either of you guys directly. So I'm not as cultured when it comes to international travel like you guys are in the places you've been. When you go to a place like that, do you guys kind of put yourself into that culture where it's kind of like Joey said, well, hey, I mashed some of this stuff up. Do you do some of the things with the tribe people and things like that to kind of connect?
Well, for me personally, it's definitely a respect thing and being mindful that we are in someone else's, just embracing someone else's culture. And a lot of times, every time that I'm abroad, they're kind of letting me into their situation. It's not like a hotel or a lodge or anything like that. They're really letting me into their lives. So I've had many experiences with eating with them, eating with people from, different countries and different cultures and backgrounds, eating with them, preparing the food with them, and just eating the types of food that they eat and the way that they eat it, and just embracing it all because I'm with them. So
yeah, I would feel like for the experience, I would almost want to soak it in, so to speak, and I know it's not going to be as fun when you're over in those places. Those people don't have the luxuries that I'm naive to even think I understand what I'm saying, but I know that there's truth in it, that some of these people have never seen air conditioning or felt it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just really raw, really natural. And I guess I got another question. I could keep doing this, but do you find a difference in the people when they actually are reliant on each other for survival, so to speak? You know, because everybody's got to have a role, I would think.
Yeah, so we all actually came together. You know, they all do have their roles. You know, you got and it's real. You know, you got the hunters, you got the ones that stay back, protect the family, the village, the people that cook, people that go harvest the fruits in the mountains or wherever it is, fishing, um, farming. Like you just have all those different things that everybody does contribute. You know, even the horse. You know, you have a horse that if you have a horse, you're very it's luxury to have a horse to carry your stuff. And we also have a vlog on that. The Ecuadorian lady, she's explaining what the need is for this horse up in the mountains, bringing the mangoes down, all the fruits, the bananas. They don't ride the horse, but they use the horse to put the fruit, all the things harvested on.
Because they respect it.
Yeah.
It's a serious animal. It's a serious tool that they're able to utilize, man.
Right.
That's smart. They don't want to break it down.
Oh man, they're not lazy at all, man. I mean, we would talk about it all the time, man. These Ecuadorians are built different. They are walking up mountains.
It doesn't matter
with
what
things on their head, on like carrying loads of what are they, tamales? Like one night, man, the corn. One night it was a group. It was a couple. It was a very old elderly couple. It was late at night, and they call every light a torch, and we were at maybe the middle of the mountain. So they were leaving because we were visiting a family. They were leaving. This old couple, elderly couple, they're leaving, and they're going to walk up this mountain in the jungle, maybe with one torch, I think. And they are carrying. The old man is carrying the man and the woman. They are carrying heavy as corn. Like
bags,
so, it's
bags, like
in
giant,
big old bags.
Yeah.
So the women don't duck no work either. The women hands look like man hands. You know, some of the women out there are like built. They are built out there. Ecuadorians are. I mean, just the culture over there. Like the women, they work. They are not afraid of no work.
Yeah.
And that's
It's real.
And that's
it's
what I can
real.
give to them. You know, like I mean, I've seen it. Like the women over there, they are strong. They are powerful women.
All right, guys, I know you're super busy. I'm going to leave the stage. I'm going to quit picking at you guys. And I'm going to let you guys go ahead and do your wrap up. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for letting me pick your brain personally. I loved it. And guys, I'm so proud to be able to have this time with you guys. I really am. I'm proud of you, Shaun. I've watched a lot of stuff the last 3 years. You guys are doing it right.
Thank you.
Just love and respect, brother. So I'm going to peace out,
hey,
and
man,
you can go ahead.
We're going to peace out with you, man, because we're about to get back to work. So,
okay.
You know.
All right.
So, you know.
Hey, I appreciate everybody coming in.
Everybody know where to find us, all three of us. You know, the Show Me Network, Show Me Reptiles, all that. Yo-Yo Reptiles, Yo-Yo, the Yo-Yo Experience, Joey of the Jungle. Like, come on. Let's get into it.
And for real, drop me those links so I can put it in the description, and we'll just keep on growing and showing, baby.
Oh yeah,
with that, guys,
all those experiences that we were just talking about will be below, so you guys can watch it. If you made it this far, you can watch it down there and see all the experiences we were just talking about.
Definitely have to go watch it.
That's right. That's right. I'm excited for the next one, dude. I'm excited to be excited with you guys for the first time.
Oh man, we got some big stuff coming up, so we're going to be making some announcements really soon.
All right, guys. Joey, thank you for coming on. Shaun, you already know.
Yes,
and we'll talk to you guys later, man.